Rated J. Para sa Overseas Filipino, mula sa kapwa Overseas Filipino. The views and opinions of the guests do not reflect the views and opinions of the hosts. Furthermore, the views and opinions of the hosts do not reflect the views and opinions of the show, the management of this page, and the affiliations of the hosts.
Yun, nakapasok na rin tayo. Maraming pong salamat mula po dito sa Singapore. Welcome po muli sa isa na namang gabi na makabuluhan at napapanahong talakayan. Ito po ang Weekends with Rated J.
Ang programang ginawa para sa mga overseas Filipino mula sa kapwa overseas Filipino. Inyo po itong napapanood ng live tuwing Sabado sa tulong na rin ng teknolohiya at ng social media.
Magandang gabi po sa lahat ng mga nanonood dito sa Singapore. Magandang umaga dyan sa Canada, partner, at magandang araw sa lahat ng viewers natin all over the world. Maraming salamat po sa inyong patuloy na pagtitiwala. Ako po si June Rigonan. At
mula nga po dito sa Canada, ako naman po si Dazeline Zapata Pinlac. Good evening, partner. At syempre,
good evening, partner.
Ayan, magandang gabi sa ating mga kaibigan at kakwentuhan tuwing Sabado ng gabi dyan sa Singapore at magandang umaga sa mga nandito sa Canada. For more updates po, please like and follow our official Facebook page na RatedJ at syempre sa ating YouTube channel na RatedJ Official. Para naman po sa inyong mga komento, mag-post o mag-send ng message sa ating mga social media accounts sa Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter at TikTok o di kaya naman po ay mag-email sa ratedjofficial@gmail.com.
Nako, speaking of Mother's Day na, partner, bukas. And Happy Mother's Day sa lahat ng ating Happy Mother's Day pala sa iyo, partner, and Happy Mother's Day sa lahat ng ating mga nanay na nanonood sa atin ngayong gabi. Batiin niyo naman ang inyong mga nanay diyan at i-post niyo ang inyong mga greetings diyan sa ibaba. Partner, how are you celebrating your Mother's Day diyan?
Dito bukas. Meron kaming may get together ako with my favorite mommies on this side of the world. No? Syempre, I wish ma-celebrate ko din siya sa sarili kong nanay, but hindi pa pwede sa ngayon. Happy Mother's Day syempre sa nanay ko. Yan ang plano ko, no? May mga aking mga ka-mommies dito sa Nova Scotia, Canada, silang mga kasama namin. Yeah, so magba-barbecue kami.
Speaking of Mother's Day, natatandaan mo ba, partner, na a few years ago naging bisita natin dito sa ating palabas para rin sa Mother's Day presentation sa ating programa ang tumayong pangalawang nanay ng ating kilalang Olympic Gold Medalist na si Joseph Schooling.
Oo naman, of course. Isa yun sa sobrang emotional na episode natin. Nakikiyak pa tayo dun sa episode na yun. Kaya nga, alam mo, partner, we are so happy. So, appreciative na napagbigyan tayo ngayong gabi na makasama ang kanyang yung biological mom ni Joseph Schooling. Pero bago natin siya papasukin, panoorin po muna natin to.
Mahirap at masaya ang pagiging isang ina. Para itong isang trabaho, full-time sa pag-aalaga ng bata, pagpapaligo hanggang sa pagpapalaki nito.
May mga pagbabago sa prioridad kapag ikaw ay naging isang nanay. Ngunit kakaiba ang mga pinagdaanan kapag ang anak ay sikat. Tulad ni Madam May Schooling, ang nanay ng nag-iisang Olympic Gold Medalist ng Singapore na si Joseph Schooling. Kasama siya ng anak sa mga kontrobersya, sa hirap at sa ginhawa. At ngayong Mother's Day, ipinagdiriwang natin ang kadakilaan ng mga itinuturing na ilaw ng bawat tahanan. Ang mga nagsisilbing gabay sa bawat anak na sikat. Ito ang special Mother's Day presentation na Nanay ng Sikat. Dito lamang sa Weekends with RatedJ.
Partner?
Ayan. So, siyempre, ikinagagalak. We warmly welcome none other than Madam May Yim Schooling, the mother of the Seoul Olympic Gold Medalist, Joseph Schooling. Madam May, thank you so much and a very good evening to you. Thank you for making time for our program.
Well, mabuhay everybody.
Thank you very much, Madam, for joining us tonight, and we really appreciate your time and effort for tonight. Partner, go ahead.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and straight.
But wait, Happy Mother's Day, Happy Mother's Day,
course.
Madam. Happy Mother's Day to you.
Yeah, happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there.
Yes.
Yeah, we
Partner?
have always, your of course, the mother of your only child, Joseph. Can you share with
Mhm.
us, Madam May, how is it, your whole experience of being a mom, and how was it raising a child like Joseph?
Well, I think everyone should really enjoy being a mom because a child brings you so much joy. I mean, a lot of headaches, but it's okay. You love it anyway. And I think for us, for Joseph, it was a journey. It wasn't an easy journey, but we enjoyed every step of the way, whether it was good or bad, or we went through tough times, and there were times when it was rewarding, but it is always rewarding to have a child. Okay, so all mummies up there, appreciate your kids, enjoy them, because they do bring a lot of joy into your lives.
Right. Madam, what are your fondest and unforgettable memories when he was growing up? Do you have any anecdote that you want to share to our viewers?
Joseph was very active baby, so there's a lot. I mean, he's always like getting into situations where you have to panic, but it's okay. We get over it, like the minute he could crawl, he would just crawl into a pool, and with his diapers and everything, and then I can't swim, and that was how I started making sure that he learns how to swim, because I can't swim.
Wow, that's very
You know?
ironic. The mother of the Olympic gold swimmer cannot swim.
Cannot swim because I stay
Until
in an inland town.
Okay.
We don't learn swimming, but every land game that you want, I can play with you, but not
Wow.
swimming.
Right. Partner?
All right. Wow, that's very, very interesting. So he got trained because you needed to have somebody to guide him because you can't swim yourself.
No, I needed him to be safe.
Oh yeah, wonderful.
Oh.
That's very,
I
very.
needed him to learn how to survive. He has to be safe in the water because he loves the water so much.
So did you like decide to like put him into swimming lessons, and that's how his journey in swimming started? Oh,
Yeah.
very
Oh,
interesting.
but he was actually a bit young, and when he was young, there was no such thing as infant program here, so we have to ask the coach whether he can take him. Well, he was younger than the kids there, but I say if you don't take him, then I will always be having the panic of don't know when he's going to jump into what pool, or what he will just run into the sea or what, and I can't swim. So the coach took him and he started learning, but naturally Joseph knows how to float. Okay, now all children know how to swim, actually. Okay. But it is parents that put the fear in children that they can't swim. It's, how would I put it? You look at every animal, you throw them in the water, they will know how to swim. So
Right.
even for human beings, you throw the baby early enough into the water, they will swim. It is not a swim stroke that is like the natural, like freestyle or anything, but they will dog paddle. It's a natural instinct. But you've got to like expose the kid to the water very young, because don't forget, when the babies are in your tummies, mommy, they are in water. You know, the whole tummy is filled with water. And remember, that's why when you give birth, the water bag broke and then the baby will come out. So the earlier you put them back into water, the more comfortable they feel in water, then they will not drown and they will not fear, actually. They're comfortable.
Right.
That's a
Yep.
very good advice. So all mommies, and also in the Philippines, we're also like that. Moms would be so scared to let them near the water for fear of drowning, etc. So that's an important
Yes.
point.
The fear is put in by parents. Kids have no fear whatsoever. Okay.
Very true.
But when you keep telling him, oh, don't go there, don't go there. Oh, you fall in the water, you fall down. Automatically, the fear is there already.
Very
Very
true.
interesting.
Yeah.
So
By the way,
as you said,
our viewers in the Philippines, ako muna partner ha. Our viewers in the Philippines, because I know that we have viewers in the Philippines. Our guest for tonight is the mother of the gold medalist here in Singapore, which is Joseph Schooling. We have a Madam May Schooling for tonight, partner.
all right. So you were just telling us, Madam May, that Joseph was very active. You know, he had a lot of this energy. How were you as a mother to him? Were you a disciplinarian? Like when he's being rowdy, how do you?
No, I was doing everything with him. If he wants to play badminton, we're playing badminton. He wants to cycle, we're cycling. You want to play tennis, we're playing tennis. You want to bowl, I'm bowling with you. You know, you want to play table tennis, it's table tennis. You want to play golf, we all play together.
Very supportive.
Wow. Yes. But
No,
let's talk
because I'm like that too. I'm like that too. I play all the games. I play
Oh,
everything except swim.
very,
Wow.
you're very
Supportive.
sporty.
Yes.
Yes,
But Madam,
yes, I
did you
was in
ever beat
school.
but did you ever beat him as a child? Were you like disciplinarian? Or was it your husband who is more
Mm,
disciplinarian than you?
actually, you never have to beat a child, okay? Because if you guide the child to do the right thing, but of course, I mean, every child is different. Some children are more stubborn than others, but basically, it's like, how do I put it? Like, if you let them experience whatever they want to experience and they do it wrong, make sure they don't get hurt, they will learn. There's no need to discipline or anything. If he wants to do, okay, go, you try. You know, of course, you won't let him do anything dangerous, but you make them learn through experiencing it, and make them learn through observation, like why you shouldn't do this is like that. So you look at that and you follow. But you don't need to, I suppose you need discipline, but you don't need like a cane or anything. If you actually talk to your child more, explain to him what you want him to do, what he shouldn't do, you'll be surprised. The kid below, I would say maybe 12, maybe 10, okay, the brain is like a sponge. So if you teach him enough, he will learn. I mean, I'm not talking about studies and all that. That one the school can do it. Teach him about life, teach him about what he should do, what is dangerous. I think if you explain to them, if they understand it, it's better than you tell them, no, no, don't do that. It's dangerous. They don't know what it is.
Madam, okay, let's talk about further on his journey in swimming, particularly in his competitive swimming. How did you support him with this? Like when he was starting, how did you support him on this competitive swimming?
Okay. Joseph is such that if he likes sports, whichever sport, he wants to do it all the time. It's more difficult to get him to sit down and study. You ask him to play any sports, he'll be willing to do. Okay, so basically we started with every sport. He can play every sport. Okay, he can play tennis, he can play his golf, he can play tennis, table tennis, he plays badminton well, he bowls well, and he swims. He loves his water. Okay, but when he was in primary 1, the Singapore system is such that you can only choose one game to represent the school, and there's the one game that you will be allowed to practice within school hours and stuff. Well, he could have gone for any of the sports, but he chose himself swimming. So it narrowed down to only swimming. Well, partly because also when he was going into primary 1, he was already winning a few the children competition medals, which makes him hungry for more medals. So he wanted to really go into swimming, and so that's how he started swimming. And every day, if you allow him, he will swim.
He really had
Okay,
it in
partner.
him. Yeah, so when, of course, it's very evident like in how you have helped nurture him, but how, if you were to describe it into words or using words, how proud are you, Madam May, to be the
Of
only
course.
gold Olympic medalist of Singapore? Like, if you can like bring us to that day when he won, how was that? Or you like being with him in competitions and him like winning that specific gold medal for Singapore? How was that moment?
As a
Well,
mother.
if they ask, well, I mean, he's been on the right path all the way until the Olympics, and it is always nice when your kid wins. Okay, whichever competition it is, SEA Games, Asian Games, Commonwealth Games, whatever, right? So whenever he wins, of course, we feel elated, we are very happy and all that. But of course, the Olympics was like, the pressure was more. Okay, everybody was like expecting him to do something special, and as a mother, you will worry whether he will actually do well, because let me tell you, in every sport there's no certainty. Anything can happen. Okay, during a competition, anything can happen, no matter how prepared you are. So you can only pray that on the day of the competition, right, he will be able to get himself up to form and perform like what we know that he can do, and he did it. Thanks to all his coaches, right? From the ones that did him the learn to swim, the little all the little kids here that swam with him, to Sir Joe, who brought him to the next phase, and then to Eddie Rees. They all molded him to be ready. It takes at least 4 to 5 years to prepare for one competition like the Olympics. And well, that day itself, the night before we were at the heats, right? Then we had to go for the semifinals, and the heats we were still very calm, okay, hope that he gets into the semifinals, and he did. Then semifinal, okay, he got into the finals. But the thing that was really, really exciting was like, he was always the fastest, whether it's the heats, the semifinals, going to the finals. So of course, a lot of expectation. But if you have followed sports, even if you are the fastest in the qualifying heats and semifinals, doesn't mean that you win, because athletes kind of race differently. Some will just make sure they just get through and then put in the last effort. Some will go all out all the time. So you are never sure right up to until he touches the wall that he will do it. But of course, everybody was screaming and shouting. And when he did it, we just went berserk. All of us. We scream and shout, and Like, it was unbelievable.
Mhm. I can sense that you're really very, very proud
Yes,
very, very proud
very.
during that moment. Right, right.
Yeah. But it's a
Madam,
lot on his effort, okay? His effort. Because your
yes,
child got to want it. If he wants it, he'll go for it.
right, right. Okay,
Mhm.
Madam, we have actually interviewed Tita Yoli or Auntie Yoli, as you call her, a few years ago, also for the Mother's Day presentation. We can sense that
Mhm.
is really very close to Tita Yoli. I mean, Joseph is really close to Auntie Yoli.
Yeah.
What are the things
Yeah.
that you appreciate about Auntie Yoli? And sorry if I may ask,
Hello, Auntie
you may or
Yoli
you
is
may not
more
answer.
disciplinary than me.
I
Auntie
know that
Yoli disciplines me more than me.
I know. I think she's really the
Auntie
one who.
Yoli is stricter than me.
I know. She really told us about that as well. But sorry to ask this. I mean, you may or you may not answer this question. Were you, because they were very close, right? Were you at some point a little bit jealous about their closeness? If you don't mind
No,
me, if you
never.
don't mind me asking.
Because Yoli looked after him when he was like 1, you know. He had
Mhm.
another ate, Anna, so she left to get married. That was
Mhm.
fine. And then Auntie Yoli came along. So Auntie
Mhm.
Yoli is family to us. She's really Auntie Yoli. Okay.
Yes.
So she's
And
family. So we make decisions together. We decide on things together, and we will, wherever we go, she goes with us, like all the
wow.
competitions, you know, except for the US lah. That was a bit far. It was a bit
Yeah.
far for her to travel as well, you know.
Yes.
And most of the time, Auntie Yoli is the one that will prepare everything for Joseph's competitions.
I see. I see.
She
All right,
knows it
partner.
better than me. She knows all the preparation better than me.
Like a personal assistant.
Yes,
Like a
she's
PA
personal
already.
assistant, nanny, second mommy, disciplinarian, all Auntie Yoli. But Auntie Yoli loves him too. So
Yes.
she's stricter with him than me.
Yes. At least there's someone in the household who is really strict in that sense. Right. Okay.
Mm.
Yeah. A partner?
All right. Thank you so much for sharing that with us, Madam May. Now, looking back, growing Joseph, let's go back to Joseph. Growing up as a person, what were the things that you have to say? Like when, like right now, in terms of your closeness, what advices does he go to you for, or do you give him advice about, say, his love life, those kinds of things?
Um. Well.
Does she even
For
confide to you
Joseph,
about her girl? Does he even confide to you about his girlfriend?
yeah, we talk. We know all the girlfriends. We talk. If don't like the girlfriend, also I tell him.
Oh, so you really have to you really
Yeah.
have the say.
We have always shared everything, his problems as well. Hello, I went through everything with him. Everything.
That level of closeness is amazing.
Yes, yes.
Very
We do talk.
nostalgic.
But now, of course, I give him more privacy. He's old enough. He has to make his own decisions. Okay. I mean, he's always every time he comes out with a girl, how mom you like her? I say the main thing is like you like her, and then she is good for you. That's fine. You know, but if I think that she's not good for you, I will say, I'm very frank.
But he's in a relationship
So
right now, right?
ultimately, it's his choice. Okay.
But question, mom. He has a relationship. He's in a relationship right now, right?
Um,
Or you don't want to say?
he's in a relationship all the time.
Okay.
Like people ask
All
me,
right.
oh, so is this
Okay.
your daughter-in-law? I say, I thought you asked me the last few girls also. So I don't know. Every time he goes out with one girl, everybody says that he's going to get married. Oh, is that his girlfriend? Yes, she's a girl and she's a friend and she's a girlfriend. Yes, it's true. It's a girl and
Yeah,
a
I see.
friend.
That's
Yes,
right.
but
That's
not the
right.
romantic girlfriend.
So until
Okay.
until
Well,
until she
it
is
can be romantic. In fact, I always tell him, you don't line up with the first girl you come, you know, the first girl that you meet and then you line up with the girl. No, because you have to find out like exactly uh what type of girl you like, whether the girl suits you, well, whether she is actually well brought up, and all the things. You can't just ultimately, I said, you just have to make sure that she's a good woman, right? Who will look after you, look after your kids, and then is loyal to you and loves you. Then it's okay. It doesn't matter who she is. But ultimately, you have to find a woman, and you don't find it by not mixing around. So if you mix around, you have a lot of girlfriends. It's fine.
Right. Okay. Anyways, let's move to another topic, Madam. I hope you're not you're comfortable talking about this, but there was a big controversy last year. As a mother, how did you support him during those days?
Well, basically, it's like it was such a stupid thing. It was nothing blown up by the press, the media. Okay, I'm very angry with the media. They know where I stand. Okay, they blow up something that was totally nothing. But that's how it is when you are kind of in the public eye. Everybody tries and take you down. Okay, so but it also teaches. I keep telling Joseph that you actually he doesn't feel like he's anybody special, and he feels like same as anybody. But I say it's not. All you have to do is to take a wrong step, and everybody points the finger at you. Other people can do it, but nobody will bother. So you have to be careful. And this one was just totally played out of proportion.
Right.
We cannot do anything about it because you know how the press is. Press can be actually very bad, and press can be very good also. So we just have to take it with a pinch of salt. That's why I told everybody sometimes don't believe what you read.
True.
Especially in these times, there's so many things that you shouldn't believe.
Right.
Our next question, actually, I'm gonna jump to the other one because I'm not sure if it's related. This controversy, and it's good that you clarified this, Madam May, because of course these are the things that he has a lot of followers, like myself and my partner here included. Did this contribute at all anything to his decision to retire from competitive swimming? And what are your thoughts about it?
Well, it's not his. No, it doesn't affect his decision to retire. I mean, he was still trying, okay, but it's difficult because when he was preparing for the Olympics, it's like there were no holidays. The only holiday is Christmas Day, right? Every day is training. Of course, Sunday is rest day, but 6 days a week is totally tough training. And it's been like that since he was 9 or 10 years old, okay? All the way to the Olympics. No holidays. You just train morning, come back and rest, go back and train afternoon. If you have to go to school, you train, you go to school, then after school, you go and train, then you come back. So it has been like that all his life. So when he finished all this so-called high performance really training, it is once he won the medal, it was like he has reached the top. So what else to do? Where else to go, right? But he came back to Singapore and none of us could actually guide him. Even I don't know how to guide him to what do you do next. And then the everything else was different. The training was different. The friends that he had was different because he was away like from 13, right? So he comes back here, he has to make new friends, and the training mates are different, the training programs are different. So he wasn't quite ready for competitions because that time when he was preparing, like I said, there was no holiday. Okay, every day was hard training. Then you come back and you relax, and then you relax, and then I mean, he can still swim, but can he win? Nobody can tell. In fact, yesterday we had the swimming association their anniversary dinner, and the coach was asking him, "Hey, why do you come back and train? At least give my squads, some competitions and all." But I also wouldn't want to push him because he's had like no life other than swimming for so long
Mm-mm.
that he should be allowed to live a life, find his career, find out what he likes to do, which if he keeps swimming, you will not be able to do it.
Mm, mm, mm. But as a mother, were you what were your thoughts about him retiring in competitive swimming as early as now? Is it okay with you, or is it something that, oops,
Oh,
maybe we
do you
could
know? Do you
probably
think?
hear
No,
about
no, no.
it?
Do you know swimming career ends about 30.
Mm. And Joseph is
Swimmers, you
how?
can see most of the swimmers, yes, will go up to 30, 31, and that's it. No
Okay.
more.
Oh, okay.
Okay, he is reaching there already, and that's why when that time when he was deciding what sport to take up, I mean, we sat down and we talked. I mean, he would have loved to be a golfer. He would have loved to be a tennis player, bowler. But I say, if you love your swimming, you should do swimming first. Because swimming, you have a very short career.
Mm,
Competitive career for swimming is very short. Even Michael Phelps retired at 31.
mm,
Swimming, you will definitely not go more than 30s.
mm.
Those people who come back and do when they're 30s, you see that they only do short distance because you can't.
I
Swimming
see.
is a short sports career.
Mm, I see. Okay.
So
Very, very good insights.
Right. Right. On another note, I know that this is a little bit sad news about his father who died a
yeah,
few was it last year that your husband
no,
died?
two
Was it
years ago.
2 years
Two
ago?
years ago.
Um,
Yeah.
but how were you back then? I know that these are all a bit sad questions, but how were you back then? And I know that you probably have stepped up to become the head of the family during that time. How were you back then, and how were you comforting your son as well?
We went through with the father. Okay, the father didn't like die suddenly. He
Mhm.
wasn't well for a long time. So when you have a family member that has a sickness or is not well, mentally you are prepared that anything can happen. So it's not like, I mean, it's like my own father. He suddenly had a heart attack and died. And that was difficult to take.
Mm-mm.
Very difficult for the living to take if your loved one suddenly leaves you. But if you've been sick or you're old and you're having problems, kind of in our mental mind, you are actually prepared for anything. So it's
Right.
not like it's devastating. In fact, because he had cancer, so towards the end he was really suffering. And when you see
Mm.
a loved one suffering, you you just wish you can do something, and when you can't do something, you just hope that they can just uh, go peacefully with as little pain as possible.
Mm. Right. I could relate to that because my dad just died 2 months ago.
Yes,
So
I know.
and he's really very old already. So that's why I was mentally prepared already during that
Yes,
time.
that's why I say mentally we are prepared because he's old. Okay, it's like my mom. I mean, I just celebrated my mom's birthday in Ipoh. She's 95, but because of the COVID and we couldn't go back, she's totally dementia now.
Mm-mm.
But she does have response every now and then. We
Mm-mm.
had an emergency and we were all prepared. And then she came back, and now, I mean, we're always prepared for anything to happen. It's not like
Mm-mm.
it's going to be big surprise. It's going to be hoo ha. Oh, why you go? Why you die? No, because when you're old or when you're sick, I think mentally we're all prepared. Okay.
Mm-mm. Right. Partner?
Right. You are a very resilient person, Madam May.
And very
And
I'm very
strong.
practical person.
Mm.
yes, and that too. Now let's bring it back to you. As a mom, how would you say, like, in essence, how hard is it? Like, all of these challenges that comes
Maybe
with being a mother of a very famous personality.
right.
How
Was it
easy is
hard? Was it hard or was
it?
it
No, it's
easy?
enjoyable. It's fun. Every challenge
Oh,
is fun. Okay. I
wow.
love challenges in life. Okay. Every challenge is fun. And you shouldn't look at it, oh, it's so difficult. No, just take it. If you can do it, if you have put your mind to do it, you can do it. Well, do it well or not, nobody can say, but you can do it.
Good advice.
But you're very used to the spotlight already, madam.
Oh,
I
no, no, I'm
suppose.
not in the spotlight. I'm not in the spotlight.
No,
I'm
but
not in the
still,
spotlight. Don't worry.
you're still in the spotlight because your son is a very famous personality in Singapore. Yeah, in Singapore.
Yeah, I know. Okay, initially, actually, you feel like your privacy is kind of affected, but it is okay because even before him, I'm pretty active in most of the things I do, even from school days, right?
Mhm.
I mean, we did a lot of things that's very public, and I think we've been taught, and I do a lot of charity work and all. So to me, people are easy to get along with, whoever they are. Just that now, maybe you get a lot more attention, people coming to talk to you and all that. That's fine. That's fine. Of course, sometimes it's like, oh, I'm so busy and you still want to talk to me, but okay, I try and talk a bit and then just excuse myself. But I know there's some that will be very irritating and want to talk to you a lot, but it's okay. To each his own. If you can make somebody feel good, it's okay. It's good.
I see. By the way, before we ask the last few questions, madam, we know that Joseph is your only child. Was it in purpose? Was it did you like really have like, okay, I only want to have one child? Is it something like that, or you
No,
were
I
just
wanted to have
practical?
4, but I didn't get 4. I
Oh, I
wanted to have
see.
4, but I didn't get 4. I only had 1, so it's okay. Whatever
Okay,
God gives, we accept. Okay.
very true. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Can't decide.
madam, yes, true. Madam, tomorrow is Mother's Day. In your opinion, what is your greatest achievement as a mother, and how do you want us to remember you as a mother?
Well, I think for every mother, your greatest achievement will be your kids growing up to be respectable people. Like my husband always tell my son, you be an officer and a gentleman because he's a boy. And for a girl to be, make sure that you know how to take care of yourself and be successful. I think if your kids do well and they are successful in life, in whatever it is, it doesn't matter. They don't have to be doctors or lawyers or whatever. In whatever they do, if they're happy and they are uh, taking care of themselves well, you should be proud. Okay, as a mother, that's your. That's basically every mother's hope for their child.
Very true. All right, partner. Last
Mhm.
question.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Madam May. Perhaps we just ask for any message for
Oh,
our viewers.
by the way, we have some greetings here. We have from
Oh,
Amy
right. Yeah.
Repizo. He says hello. Roberto Bantugtan from the Philippines. He is also a journalist. Neng Famin, good evening po. Right. Saludo sa lahat ng mommies. Robert says, salute to all the mommies. All right. Good evening po. According to Merlin Laguna. Maria Luisa Elisan says, good evening sa lahat. Good evening to everyone. Jessa Katoto says, Happy Mother to all the Mother Earth. Yung Mother Earth talaga. All right. Partner? Okay.
All right, Madam May, thank you so much for spending the day with us. Can you just share with us your message to all of our viewers who are tuned in tonight, and perhaps all to all the moms out there as well?
Yes, to all the moms, happy Mother's Day. You're the most important person in your children's life. Okay. And I know a lot of us are not with our kids. A lot of us, especially like all your Filipinas that are working away from home, I really admire you. And really, you really deserve to be really good moms. Okay. Always be happy. Your kids will know when you love them. Love your kids and they will know it and they will do well. Okay. Happy Mother's Day.
All right. Happy Mother's Day to all the moms, and happy Mother's Day to you again, Madam. Thank you very much for joining us tonight. And please just stay there. We will have a very quick photo pic after this. All right. Sige po ata. Nasa na yung aking script? Ayun.
Yan, that has
Alright.
been Madam
Naku,
May
ayan.
Yim Schooling, the
Okay.
mother
Thank you very
of
much. And happy Mother's Day po sa lahat mula po sa aming tahanan dito sa Singapore. Ako po muli si Jun Rigonan.
At ako naman po si Dazeline Zapata Pinlac.
Abangan niyo po muli kami sa susunod na Sabado sa mga pinakabago, pinakamakabuluhan at mga napapanong impormasyon at talakayan. Ito po ang tunay na public service natin namin sa inyo. By the way, next week po, magiging guest po natin ang PhilHealth. So samahan niyo po kami next week. Partner?
Yan, mula po sa programang ginawa ng mga overseas Filipino para sa mga kapwa overseas Filipino. Ito ang Weekends
with
with
RatedJ.
RatedJ.
Yan,
See
mag-extra
you.
lang.
Yeah. Well
Happy
done.
Mother's Day.
Yeah, just stay tuned there, Mama. Please don't click. Please don't leave the studio first. I will just click some. We will just show something.
Thank you for watching our show. Please do like and share this video and our other videos and subscribe to our social media platforms. Salamat ka, RatedJ!